It's just nights like this that just make you thankful that we have a world that's as wonderful as this. Like, yeah, sure, we're flawed, sure, we just spew the biggest bullshit that we can, but hey, at least we're thankful that we're alive. That's for sure. I just might as well hang in there. Just bask in the night with no new project in sight. Another one that I really want to do, and this is at the request of some of my best friends in college, and that is the Aquabats Super Show review. Ow. The Aquabats. What is there left to say about them? Unless you don't know who they are, so I'll just give you the skinny. They live in a cave, and they presumably really like Barbie Girl. In all seriousness, they're a Californian comedic ska band that started off life back in 1994 and were inspired by other weird music acts like Devo and Oingo Boingo. Fair warning, I did listen to their first 2 albums, and I am considering listening to their third because it has a funny eye on the cover, and I gotta say, I like them a lot. They have a very adolescent sense of humor that I could really get behind, and the styling that they took from Oingo Boingo in terms of mixing ska and new wave together really do fit their whole aesthetic. And after they spent an entire year fighting the Rockafire explosion, where else do you go from here? Unleash hell! Because in June of 2012, the Aquabats Super Show was released, both on TV and later to YouTube. And I gotta say, this was...
You tricked me, little doggy! Getting emotional! Stupid! Reinforced truck!
Well, it was something, I suppose. This was their third attempt at getting a TV show off the ground, and considering that the frontman of the band, the MC Bat Commander, was also the creator of Goddamn Yo Gabba Gabba Damna Yo Gabba Yo Geeb Gab Gab Gob God damn it. It almost felt like a miracle that one was able to be made at all, and honestly, I am so glad that it did, and for 2 seasons no less. Yep, this fever dream of a kid's show ran for 26 episodes. We didn't need this much luxury. Everyone in this band looks like their name should be Johnny Tambourine, a grumpy robot machine, and Saul Malone, the de facto leader of the team. This looks like a Power Rangers episode if it was produced by the same people who made Fat Guy Stuck in Internet. It looks like a live-action remake of Xavier Renegade Angel. This would probably do well on Adult Swim. That's what I'm trying to say. So, who's ready to join me as I take a look into the beyond unhinged world of the Aquabats Super Show? Well, hey, my voice synced up. Now let's start with the first episode, Man Ant. So far, it's fairly normal for this band standards. Don't know what the tortilla guy in the background's all about, but hey, you know what they say about tortillas? Rap. Even the intro itself is pretty fun, and the song was done by the band themselves, which is also pretty cool. It's kind of like how Sparks did the music for the movie Annette. The film itself is just absurd, but knowing what the group did before, yeah, it tracks. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is where the normal part of the show ends. A bunch of burger places are being attacked by a half-man, half-ant hybrid named Man-Ant? Manant? It's unclear. What is, though, is that he's trying to get revenge against Crash for abandoning him after he was given sentience by him by finding a lamp that contained a genie played by Rip Taylor, the pirate guy at the end of the Jackass movies. Sure. So he uses the juices Crash had to make himself grow from his emotions to create a giant ant army so that he would take over the world. Can't get more simple than that. Almost immediately, the show stole my cocaine supply and just never returned. But that's kind of what adds to the charm of the show. It's strange without a doubt, but at the same time, it knows. It just doesn't care. I also like that the action scenes run entirely on Power Rangers logic, and that everyone outside the leads in the Big Bad the episode are pathetically easy to take out. Just one punch and they're immediately done. Just like me. Also, listen to Man-Ant's voice. Sounds familiar, don't you think?
What is this, a kindergarten snack break? 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. I'll just have the whole little sandwich. Bow!
That's right, none other than Filbert from Rocko's Modern Life himself, Mr. Doug Lawrence. Honestly, I was just going to mention who he's voiced by and then just leave it at that, but then I remembered that he's also the voice of Plankton from SpongeBob, and now I want to involuntarily do this.
I can deny it no longer. I am small.
Oh yeah, and while we're on the topic of Power Rangers, I know that their budget was the size of a loaf of bread, but Jesus Christ, what are those effects? I know that's supposed to be CG, but the ants here look like they were done with stop motion, except for some reason every frame was out of focus the whole time. It's like watching Fantastic Mr. Fox through a Gaussian blur filter. It is not very pleasant on the eyes at all, but I do kinda like it when some of the ants are blowed up. They clearly only had one model to work with, so they just played the same clip here twice. God, I love TV show life hacks. Bottom line, I just think this is a really crazy yet kinda charming way to start off a show like this. Oh yeah, there's also points where the episode stops just to play an ad or a cartoon, sort of playing around with the idea that even the show's airtime itself is a joke. It's like even the characters themselves don't even care that the plot's going on. God, this show must have been so much fun to work on. The next... I just realized I accidentally wrote the next episode in my script. The next episode is about a chaotic bird creature hatching from its egg and Jimmy trying to protect it with its life. What sets the whole thing off is Jimmy killing the creature's mother and the other bats making fun of him for it, even though it's never brought up again afterwards. Yeah, this series is very good at forgetting things, like a couple of seconds after it happens. Finally, another show that I can relate to. Also, did I mention already that the show is really funny?
It could be an egg. Jimmy, scan it and see if it's an egg.
It's definitely an egg.
Did you scan it?
No.
Scan it.
It's still an egg.
Maybe I'm biased because I love a lot of stupid humor. Hell, one of my favorite animated shows of all time is called Panty Stocking a Garter Belt. But this show's sense of comedic timing is often really on point for me. Most of the time it could be random for the hell of it, and sometimes it's so nonsensical that you swear that most of it wasn't even scripted, like Rip Taylor showing up. He probably wasn't even supposed to be there, he just showed up just because. Wait, hang on, what is Boxy doing here? Bones gains a bit of an ego after one of their gigs, and strays away from the group to track down his evil twin brother, Eagle Claw. The same brother that tried to kill him earlier. I never thought I would say this today, but Jesus Christ, Aquabats Super Show. I know I'm supposed to, review this, in a serious manner and all, but I'm sorry, with how crazy the show gets at points, I find it increasingly more difficult to even take it seriously at all, and that's kind of part of the charm.
Where you been?
Of course you wouldn't remember. No, always thinking about yourself. Well, I remember like it was yesterday.
Actually, hold on, I think I recognize that voice. It's like... It sounds familiar to you, right? I swear I've heard that voice before, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Hey, Eagle Hawk, my guy. Could you lend me some of your tots?
No, go find your own.
Oh, okay, thanks anyways. Hey, wait a minute! Yeah, that's straight up John Heder. Napoleon Dynamite is in a kid's show. That's just brilliant.
I think I'm high!
And that's only the first 3 episodes too. Then we get into stuff like killer floating eyes, lady fingers, a face-off with Krampus, an evil clone of the group played by the king of bisexuality himself, Gerard Way of friggin' My Chemical Romance. Granted, some of those ideas did originate from the studio albums, but by themselves, they still seem really, really weird. It really is the absurdity of it all that keeps it memorable though, because if it was just your standard action series, it would have faded away into the background much quicker. The show was supposed to be brought back for a 3rd season, and it was supposed to be funded through Kickstarter, but that only ended up getting half of its goal before it closed, so they used the money that they already had to make another studio album. 2 of them to be in fact. I listened to both of them for this video, and they're honestly pretty good, so at least that money went to good use for something. And yes, I do think it is a very flawed series, as with any show. Some of the jokes don't land, it is often way too cheap for its own good, and as this is a Monster of the Week type series, it is painfully repetitive, even more so here because of its reliance on the show's airtime with fake ads and having a reoccurring cartoon series within the episode. Like, what kind of crazy person would run a cartoon in the middle of their own project?
And now we return to another episode of
And the Masters of the Universe.
So, Ceus, how the hell did you manage to get up here?
I have a unicorn, bitch! Hey, Dads, why is he not weighing down the wing of my ship with such humongous pecs?
You. Drown.
Okay.
And that, my friends, is the power of persuasion. I should really do that more often. Where the hell did that come from? So yeah, the Aquabats Super Show, with all its faults, is a show that I would really love to see more from. It's a cacophony of everything a kid would enjoy, and even a slew of some really fun cameos from people I would never expect to be in a kid's show at all. Hell, I didn't even bring up the episodes that had the brothers Chat from Homestar Runner, Weird Al Yankovic, Tony Hawk, Mark Muttersbrook, the guy from Devo, and Warren Fitzgerald as their guest stars. Yeah, the guitarist from Oingo Boingo, one of their biggest influences. That's awesome! So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the Aquabats Super Show. It has completely melted my brain, so let's wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. And special thanks to a few friends in college who have been hounding me for ages to do this episode. Like Hayden, Felix, I know you two are watching this. Like, one Dr. Pepper. One Dr. Pepper is all I ask for. I hope you all have a great September. Wolfoween is just around the corner, so I should probably prepare for that. And bad dreams, sisters.